Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and in today's video we are going to be building this beautiful mushroom starter house. Just a disclaimer though, this is my first tutorial, and when I tell y'all the struggle I went through just to record this, from missing audio to missing clips, yeah, I almost gave up. So some parts have direct audio and some have voiceover, so just keep a lookout for that. But anyways, let's begin this tutorial. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the build. We're going to first lay out the build by making paths with a shovel. I like using this method simply because I like seeing what I'm doing, and because it helps change your layout if you don't seem to like it. So let's go ahead and start and with a line of 3, and then you're going to go ahead and go down and then come over and bring that down by 1. Go ahead and do that 1 time again, and go ahead and do it on the other side. So down and over, and down and over. Okay, and we're gonna do this line of 3 again. So 1, 2, and 3. Do that on the other side. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and we're gonna do the same thing as on this side. So go ahead and bring that down 1 and over, down 1 and over, down 1 and over, and then once again down 1 and over, and fill in that gap. Okay, so you have your circle, which is going to form the base of our build. Go ahead and grab your mushroom stem, or if you're in survival and can't find mushroom stem, go ahead and just use white concrete. Okay, and you're going to go ahead and place it on the lines that we just created. Okay, go ahead and mark your door. Now for this first wall, we're going to make it 5 blocks tall, and this is going to count as 1. So go ahead and bring this up to 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you're going to want all of your walls to go up to the 5 block height. So go ahead and fill that in. Okay, and don't forget this middle gap here. Just leave your opening for your door. And this is what it should be looking like. Okay, so we're going to start on our next section, and we're going to also bring that in up another 5 blocks, but you're going to go from the inside of the circle. So go ahead and put a placeholder and then put a block on top. Go ahead and break that off, and you're going to want to follow the inside of the circle once again, just like that. Okay, and it should be looking like this. And we're going to go ahead and bring up these walls 5, just like the bottom. And this first block that we place is going to count as 1. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you're going to once again want to bring up all these outer walls to a 5 block height. You don't have to worry about the blocks in the middle. They were just there for when you were following the inside of the circle. Okay, you can go ahead and break those in the middle. And fill in this gap here. Okay, so it should be looking something like this. From the top, you should have this square cross vibe going on. Okay, so this is a part of the video where I will be doing a voiceover, and just gonna go ahead and grab your white concrete and then fill out this space just by 1 block. And if you already had your white concrete, just go ahead and do 1 more to have an 11 height tower. And basically you're going to be finding the middle section and doing an extension of 4. And you're going to want to do that for each side as shown here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to want to do that for every single side. Okay, so here you're going to be filling in those little gaps in between the little mini pillars, and you're just going to want to fill it up just to the point where it kind of resembles a sideways staircase as shown here. And you're going to go ahead and do that for each side, just filling in those gaps. Now, I know it looks a bit wonky at first. It's going to look like a square, but trust me, it's going to look like a circle soon after we fix it. This is just the basic steps I like taking just to ensure that you don't get lost. And personally for me as well, because I be dumb at times. Okay, so here you're going to be grabbing your red concrete and you're going to be wanting to replace the outer edge of this circle base thing that we created. So just find the center and then go from the sides. Just don't do that middle one that's sticking out. Okay, see, find the middle and then replace the outer edge with red concrete. Okay, and that's what it should be looking like. It still looks like a square. And to fix that, you're going to be breaking off those wonky pieces at the very end. And then afterwards, you're going to go ahead and break that middle block again and replace it with the red concrete. And I know if you're doing this in survival, it's going to be really annoying having to break off those pieces, but it's just a lot easier to explain this way. Okay, and you should have a shape like that. And we're going to go ahead and go in and start doing the top, and you're going to want to go from behind that previous circle that we created. And we're just going to make this a 1 block height. Okay, so just as shown, just go right behind that red and trace it out. Okay, and this next part, you could go ahead and break off those little inner pieces that we placed, if you did place them. We don't really need those, so go ahead and break those off. And that is a shape that you should have. And in this next section, we're actually going to be bringing that same, what's that called? That same section we just did, we're going to have to bring them up another block height. So it's going to be a total of 2 blocks. Okay, we're going to do the same thing once again, going from behind and tracing that outer circle we just created. And as you can see, sometimes I put placeholders just so that, you don't have to do some weird shit there. And go ahead and just trace once again. Okay, and once again, break off those intersections. Okay, and that's the shape that you should be having right now. Okay, and once again, we're going to go right behind, put that placeholder, and then from behind, trace out that outer circle we just created. Okay, so this next part might be a bit confusing because I did mess up. But basically, the shape that you're going to want to be going for is just a plain square at the top. And you're going to see me breaking off the outer corners because I did forget that that is not how I was supposed to do it. But go ahead and just leave that big square at the top. That's how it's supposed to be. So just ignore this next bit. I was going to edit it out, but I was like, I'll just leave it in just to show that mistakes will happen. It doesn't, you can always fix them. Okay, for this next bit, you're going to want to go under that first section that we created, as you can see, and we're just going to bring it down 1 instead of going on top like that. So you're going to want to bring it down on all of them. Okay, and for this next part, go ahead and put a placeholder right under and then bring it out one. And you're going to go ahead and trace out this new outer edge for the mushroom cap. So as you can see, just follow that little edge. So kind of how we've already been doing, but on the outside, sorry, instead of the inside. And go ahead and take your time with this. At times when you rush it, you tend to put a block less or a block more, and it can really mess up the shape. So just go ahead and take your time tracing out that outer edge. Okay, and just go ahead and go around and make sure that you have every block placed. Make sure it's all good, no block more, no block less. And then this next part, you could just go ahead and start adding your white dots wherever you please, really. It really is up to your preference. Some people like less spots, some people like more. So go ahead and just place spots wherever you feel like you need them. Now, the way that I like doing this is going in sections so that I don't get this really muddy or rushed look. So I like to do it by like each side of the build. So you start off on one side, you go on the next side, and you just place white concrete wherever you please. And that just really helps with, you know, the adding of the dots, just so you don't have way too many or too little in one section. Okay, and then once you're satisfied with how you place the blocks, we're gonna go ahead and start on, you know, just adding details to the stalk and the cap. Okay, go ahead and grab your smooth quartz stairs, or if you're in survival, go ahead and just grab some birch. And you're gonna be finding the middle of the build and placing an upside down stair at the very top. So go ahead and find the middle and then place. And you're gonna want to do this for each side here. So you see there, there, and all the sides. Putting that upside down stair on the center. Go ahead and grab your smooth quartz slab or your birch slab and just fill in that little gap that we left. Okay, and we're going to basically do the same thing but at the bottom part here, but we're going to place an upright stair like that. Go ahead and do that for each side once again. Go ahead and grab your slab and then place it on each little corner here. So like right there and there. You should have a total of 4 for each step. Okay, that is the basic structure done. It should be looking something like this. And FYI, this next bit is going to be really weird due to missing clips. Okay, for this next bit, it's basically going to be the interior. And as you can see, it's all already furnished. Okay, so you're going to want to replace the floor with whatever slabs of your choosing. And then right here, there's going to be a weird section where the 2 towers meet. And you're going to want to go ahead and right below that, fill that with the slabs of your choice. And then opposite of the wall, you're going to fill in with more white concrete or mushroom stem right here on the right side. And go ahead and place your ladders going up. Okay, and then opposite of that ladder right there, you're going to go ahead and do the same thing, except that you're just going to break the 2 blocks on the top and then place your ladders. And you could go ahead and use the space as you please. This is just the way that I did it. A little library on top, but if you are in survival, you could use this extra space for storage. And here I'm just explaining where the windows are situated, since I did lose the footage to when I built them. Basically, you want them on opposite ends of each other, making sure that there's a 1 block space from the floor. And here, the windows are going to be on all sides, as shown here, and making sure that you have that 1 block space on the bottom and the top. And go ahead and choose the panes of your choosing. I went with a red color. Like I said before, use the space as you like. You don't have to follow what I did. And out here, I'm just showing you the way that I kind of decorated the space. I replaced some grass blocks with moss blocks just to add some variety in color, a couple of mushrooms, and the flowers of your choosing. I also did put vines on the stalk, as you can see. And here I'm just showing you how I did some of these little mushies, being a 2-block height for the stalk and then a 3x3 square. And here the same thing, a 2-block height, except that the shape is going to be slightly different here. So you can see here, this section will also be a 3x3, but on the bottom one, make sure to add a 1-block extension to create that shape. Okay, and for this next bit, I am going to be showing you how to do the lighting since that also was cut. And you're going to go ahead and find the center of each side, place down a chain and a lantern. And on some of these corners, you can see that I also added mushroom lights. You could go ahead and add those as well if those are available to you. Okay, and that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this tutorial wasn't confusing or more like the voiceover part. But anyways, if you did like this tutorial, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below what builds you guys would like to see me do next. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.